had a flare once where I gained 60 pounds in like 3 weeks, and look at my arms. I wake up sometimes and my bed is like drenched. Like I gotta, like the doctor couldn't figure out like what was happening. I mean, I can't get up on my own. Like, hey gorgeous, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've been on here with you guys. Those of you who are new, welcome. Those of you who are oldies, hey. I'm putting on a little moisturizer on my face. I figured I'd do a little sit down, get ready with me, with you guys, and let you know what's happening with me health wise, because it's been a while and I've been getting messages asking about updates, and I also want to let you guys know the direction that this channel is going to be taken moving forward. Why does my eyes sting? Yeah, so I recently had a lupus flare and I was hospitalized because of it. So those of you who are new, my name's Rena. I do beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content, and I also have lupus. I mean, it's not identifying myself, but it's part of my channel. It's been a couple of years where I've basically been sharing my life, my journey with lupus on here with you guys, and it's been a while since I've been on. But so I had the flare in April, right? And we're now in what is this? We're now in July, right? Let's rub this in to my face. I had all right, so primer on. So I had the flare in April. I was hospitalized for probably 6 days. So it was a lupus nephritis flare, right? Killed kidney function, just wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. So how it all started was I didn't really notice any symptoms, honestly. Like I was just living my life doing me. And I had a doctor's appointment coming up and I went to do labs, I think it was. And I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani foundation, and this is in the shade 10. Yeah, so I had labs and I went to do that, right? And I don't remember what day exactly I went in for labs, but my doctor called and she was like, hey, I need you, like, how are you feeling? And I was like, I'm okay, you know, nothing significant to report. And she's like, well, I need you to go. Yeah, I remember. She's like, it was the weekend. She called me on a Saturday, which was odd because it's just usually like Monday to Friday kind of thing, right? So she called and she's like, hey, I need you to go to the ER, and yeah, I need you to go. She's like, I need you to go to the ER to do a pulse treatment. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, like I just took a look at your labs and your kidney functions are not where I want them to be, like I'd like them to be. So I need you to go in and do a pulse treatment. And I'm like, oh wow, well I can't go to the ER right now because I'm actually heading upstate to my daughter's school, because like Haley had she had a fashion show at school and I had to go, you know, be there to support her, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I can't go. And she's like, well, is there a pharmacy that you could give me the info to, like when you get there, for you to get, like, to pick up the prescription or whatever? And I'm like, well, there is, but by the time that I get there, the pharmacy is going to be closed. And she's like, okay, well, do you have any prednisone? And I'm like, no, I don't, because I hadn't been on prednisone for like almost 2 years. I wasn't on it anymore. So I didn't have any prednisone. So she's like, I'm going in with some concealer. This is the Hourglass concealer, and this is in the shade Maple. Yeah, so she's like, well, do you have any prednisone? And you know, like I said, I didn't have any, but my sister was with me, and luckily she had prednisone. Unluckily that she has lupus also, which sucks, but at the same time it was great that she had prednisone with her, so I was able to get some from her. So I got how much was it? I was supposed to get, she said she wanted me to take like 100 milligrams, which is like, wow, that was a high dosage of prednisone, right? So I'm just drying the concealer under my eye. Yeah, so she was like, I want you to take 100 milligrams, and you know, when you get back on that Sunday, or whenever you get back, I need you to go to the ER. So, excuse me. So I went to the show, I took the prednisone, and the following morning, which was Sunday morning, I went to the ER, and I went in there, and I'm all like, yeah. Oh, and I'm just like, my doctor asked me to come in to do a pulse treatment. So I'm like thinking that it's going to be like an in and out kind of thing, you know, like I'm not going to be there for like the whole day. This is like my little trouble area right here. Put a little concealer here, just where I have a little discoloration, right? So I'm thinking that I'm just going to go in, do that treatment, and you know, I go back home after. But little did I know, like I sat there forever. You know how it is when you go to the ER, you're there for like hours, right? So I was there for hours just sitting there waiting to be seen, right? And then, yeah, that looks good, right? I'm just sitting there for hours waiting to get seen. And finally a doctor comes. It wasn't hours. It was like over an hour waiting, right? After being triaged and everything. The doctor comes and she's like, hey, well, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And I tell her what's going on. And she's like, well, we spoke to your doctor, and what's going to happen is that we're going to admit you for a couple of days so you could do the treatment. So I'm like, admission? What? No. I'm supposed to just do this treatment and go home, and I could come back like the next day to do this again. And they're like, no, because it's a really high dose and we really need to monitor you after. So we're going to keep you for a couple of days. Yeah, that was not what I was expecting to hear at all. But at this point with lupus, I feel like it just is what it is for me. Like I just roll with it. This is the Sephora mineralized powder. Is it a mineralized powder? Yep, it is the micro smooth powder. This is in the shade Almond 58. I'm just going to set under my eyes with it so it doesn't crease while I do the rest of my face. Right? So, where was I? I was under the impression that I would go home. Right? And I was not prepared to get the news of, hey, you're going to be admitted to the hospital. But anyways, I was admitted. I was there for like a couple of hours before I actually got a room, because, you know, New York and hospitals, there's just never a bed available. Never a bed available. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil in the shade Ebony. I'm just using the brush to like comb out my brows, comb them into place, right? And then I like to comb them down like this, right? And then I take the brow marker. This is in NYX brow marker, and I just draw like tiny hairs in where I need them. Yeah, so I got a room, and the following day I started the treatment. So I started the pulse treatment. So if you don't know what the pulse treatment is, it's like a high dosage of prednisone, right? So, and it's administered through an IV, right? So it's an infusion, and I think it's like 4 hours long, right? Yeah, about that. It's like 4 hours long. So I did the pulse treatment the first day, right? So let's backtrack a little. When I said that I didn't see like any symptoms of the flare, technically I did, okay? So how I always notice that I am having a flare, kidney related, is that I start gaining a lot of weight, especially in the abdominal area, right? See, look at the difference between this brow and that brow. Fire, right? Yeah, so I start gaining weight in the abdominal area. My body retains the fluid. Like whatever I drink, water, juice, whatever, I just keep it all in. So my kidney does not flush that out. So all in all, I gained from then, April to now, I gained about 35 pounds, right? 35 pounds. Crazy, right? Nothing fits right now, right? So I did the post treatment, and they were like just trying to figure out like what's happening. I did a biopsy last August because I had a flare back then too, but I didn't gain weight per se. It was more of my body was so achy, like everything hurt, you know, like it hurt to walk, it hurt to sit down, it hurt to lift my arms. Like I just couldn't do things for a long period of time, like especially at nights. I don't know if that has happened to you. If it has, please definitely comment in the comment section and let me know what your experience is with that. But like at nighttime, that is when I feel the most pain. Like it's unbearable, especially if I've done a lot physically for the day. I can't get up on my own, like taking a train home, and I gotta I gotta pretend that I'm not in pain. Like the train is crowded and I want to stand up like it's my stop, like I'm approaching my stop, and I'm like, oh my god, like I have to get off the train right now. And I make sure that I sit like next to the door so I could grab onto the bar and like pull myself up, because my knees are like screaming, right? Or I'm in the middle where I could pull on that pole in the center. If you could relate, definitely leave that comment, right? Let me know if you have experienced that. Or yeah, so I would have that pain at night, right? And then like the doctor couldn't figure out like what was happening. Like I was seeing my regular rheumatologist, and my job paid for me to see this like specialist. Like she was supposed to be like this really great rheumatologist and whatever. Like I really appreciated that they did that for me. And I think a visit was like $1,500 just to see her. Like it's just ridiculously expensive. But like all what she was saying to me was pretty much like things that I already knew, that my rheumatologist was like, she had already discussed it with me. Like all the tests that she had me do, like I had already done all of that, like, you know. So the x-rays, the blood work, like it was all stuff that I had already done previously, which I understand. It's a new doctor, and you know they have to do their own things, and you know, whatever. But she didn't really tell me anything new, right? So I kind of just like stuck to my my doctor, which because I really like her. You know, like she'll call me on the weekends, like when, you know, she'll call me to check in to make sure like everything's going well with me. Like, yeah, I really like my rheumatologist. But anyways, I did the biopsy in August and they were asking me to do one again in April. And I'm like, well, hey, I just did a biopsy in August. I don't think that, you know, I really don't want to do another biopsy right now, you know. And then the doctor's like, you know, it's not like my main doctor. It's renal now, nephrologist, right? And you're like, well, we won't know what's really happening unless we take a look. You're like, you know, we had a sample from the last time, but we just want to take a look again and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look, I understand all of that, but I really don't want to do another biopsy because one, it's not fun. You're awake while they're doing it. You're not supposed to feel anything, but then you still feel like a slight tugging. And then I had bleeding. Like, no, it was a hard no for me. And second, the treatment plan that they had already decided on for me, that we had discussed, it wouldn't be different per se had they done the biopsy, you know? So my whole thing was, we're going to do this treatment plan. Let's just go with it and see what happens. I don't want to get poked and prodded anymore than I already had been, right? So I did the treatment, the post-treatment for 4 days. And I think on the 5th day or so, or 5th or 6th day, I started the chemo treatment, which was my first time doing that. That was, I don't think I really grasped the concept or really processed what I was getting into or exactly what chemo is. Like, you know, you hear about it, people always, like people with cancer and other, you know, diseases that they go through chemotherapy, and I never really thought about it or thought that I would have to undergo chemo. But yeah, little did I know, right? So anyways, I did my first treatment, and boy, I did not handle that well at all. When I got home, I went home that same day that I did my first treatment. I'm just doing my makeup all over today. All right. Let's clean under the brows. All right. There we go. Like, I did not know, honestly. The people who've gone through this, like, you guys are amazing. Like, you're wonderful. You're strong. And because I was out for like a couple of days, like an entire week, I was out. Like, I could not function. Okay. My taste buds, it took like a month for my taste buds to get back. Maybe over a month, because everything tasted weird. Like, there was just a weird taste. Like, my taste buds felt dead. Like, they were just not doing what they were supposed to do. Everything I had to eat tasted weird, you know? Everything. And yeah, so everything tasted funny for about a month. I had a lot of nausea. A lot of it. A lot. And then I went back to the doctor for like my follow-up and whatnot, and we discussed my treatment plan, which was originally going to be for like 12 months of the chemo treatment, but now it's at 6 months, and I've done 4 treatments right now. right? I've done 3. So I have my 4th one in 2 weeks time. So I go every 4 weeks to get my treatments, right? And they've been better. The dosage has gone up, right? It's gone up, and I've been able to handle it much better, and I feel good. And I'm on a lower dosage of prednisone. When I did the 1,000 milligrams at the hospital for the 4 days, and when I went home, I was on 60 milligrams, and that has been tapered down to 10 milligrams right now. And I am so happy about that, because prednisone is no joke. Like, I have the whole moon face going on right now, and those of you, if you know, you know, when you take prednisone makes you eat, it makes you gain weight rapidly, and it gives you that round moon face, and no one wants to walk around looking like they just swallowed the moon. I know I don't, for sure, right? Thank God for makeup that I could contour the crap out of my face to give it a little snatch look, but still, I still have the whole roundness going on. But anyways, my game plan, right? My plan is, let's see, we discussed chemo, yeah, we did that. My medication, we did that. Highlights, we did that, So my game plan, boom. My game plan, I have started going to the gym. I signed up in April, and I finally went to the gym last week. So I've been paying for my membership, but I haven't gone. But I was doing a class at a dojo on Wednesdays and Fridays, and that kicks my butt. Okay, my wrist, my muscles, like, I have no strength, and I am working on building that, because a girl can't be walking around with no strength, you know? Not like, I can't do a push-up. Like, it's that bad, you know? I am unable to do a proper push-up. But with my trainer, I got a trainer. I've been doing the wall push-ups, which is much easier for me on my wrist, because like carpal tunnel and all of that, it's a doozy, but I am relearning my body, you know. Okay, so I'm going in with a little eyeshadow. This is the Huda Beauty nude palette. This is the medium nude palette, and I'm just taking this shade right here and putting that over the lid, just pressing it in. We're going for a nude eye. We're just adding a little color to the lid. Yeah, so my game plan, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work out when I can, right? And I'm going to share that with you guys. I'm going to take you guys along with me. So who wants to do this with me, let's do it together, okay? Let's hold each other accountable for our health, okay? With lupus or whatever chronic illness that you're experiencing, that you're going through, you're dealing with, we're going to hold each other accountable, all right? We're going to make the effort to get better, to heal, to eat right, okay? So I have been eating much better, right? Because, hey, if I don't do it, who's going to do it for me, you know? No one's going to do it for me, and I can't just sit around and think that everything's going to work out. So I'm going in with this shade right here now. Yeah, it's not going to happen on its own, you know. It's just not going to happen. That's not how it works. Like, I have to get up, I have to go to the gym when I don't want to, you know. I have to eat right, even if I feel like snacking on some stuff. Obviously, sometimes I will have a little snack here and there, you know. Like, I had some insomnia cookies today, fire, the macadamia ones, and that was after the gym. But in moderation. So we're going to hold each other accountable. That's the plan. And I want to come on here and be real with you guys and let you know, like, hey, I'm going to the gym today. Like, I really don't want to go, but I'm going. Like, I don't feel up to it. Or I'm having a flare today. I'm just not feeling well. But I bought this because I don't feel good. And when I shop, I feel better. You know, it gives me a little sense of like, hey, Euphoria, I got this awesome top. And this is how I'm going to style it. And I want to share that with you. You know, I want you to see like, hey, even if you're experiencing this in life, there's someone else out there who's going through the same things that you're going through, you know, where you feel like you don't even want to get out of bed today because your body hurts. Like, you know, like, or you're having these crazy night sweats. Like you wake up, like I wake up sometimes and my bed is like drenched. Like I got to change my comforter, the duvet, everything has to go because of the night sweats. But there's someone else who's experiencing these things, like, you know, when we have these rashes that just pop up out of nowhere, like there's a bruise that just came out of nowhere, or we're just gaining weight for no reason, or like I can show you guys, like I had a flare once where I gained 60 pounds in like 3 weeks, and look at my arms. Do you see this? Like this arm, this was so big, like because it stretched so rapidly that it didn't have time to stretch the proper way. So I have all these stretch marks all over my thigh area, my stomach, because of lupus. And I can't wear things that I used to wear before because of it. And I was insecure and uncomfortable about it for so long. But now I'm like, this is me. This is the body that I have. And this is the only life that I have. I can't change it. So I might as well just embrace it, you know? And I was considering having a tummy tuck, and Lupus came and said, girl, no, you're not having no tummy tuck. You're about to have a flare. And that's what happened. So that's like on a back burner per se. Right now, I'm not even thinking about doing that because it just is what it is. Because I feel like it's just probably going to be a waste, because had I done it and I had the flare, my skin would have stretched out again. So that's out for right now. And I am more comfortable. Like I'm wearing shorts again. I hadn't worn shorts in years, and this year I'm rocking my jorts. I'm wearing my shorts. You know, I'm embracing my stretch marks. I'm embracing my body, even with the weight gain, and it is what it is. And I want you to see me doing this, and for you to feel confident and comfortable enough for you to do it and be like, you know what, I don't care what you say. Like, this is me. This is my body. I don't care if you have a problem with it, then don't look at me. I don't care, you know? So, what else? What did I do now? Let's do a little eyeliner. Yeah, so that is the plan, okay? I want us to have a community where we, is this a twist top? Where's the pencil sharpener? I can't find it. Yeah, so I want us to have a safe space where we could come together on this channel, you know, where we could discuss things in the comment sections, or, you know, you guys could email me and we could have discussions. Like I could have lives and where we can talk to each other about things that we're experiencing, you know. And I could come on here and show you guys like how I snatch this moon face, okay? And where I shop and the things that I buy because of my weight constantly fluctuating, you know? Like I get stuff and I think that they're cute and I just want to share it with you because people are always like, hey, where'd you get this? And, you know, I'm like, oh, I got it at so-and-so. So I'm like, yeah, I could share this with you guys, you know? And again, I tend to buy my clothes. I like my clothes to fit me loose because I can't stand tight clothes on me. And I know that's because of lupus. My skin is so sensitive that tight things are just a no-no for me. Like I'll wear something tight, like if I'm going out or something, but just not for a long period of time. Like the gym, when I get home, gotta take off my leggings. It has to go. This is a eyebrow pencil by Mario, Makeup by Mario. This is in soft brown. It has like this little brush on the end. So I just use it to like smoke out the liner. Yeah, that looks really cute. Yeah. So that is the plan, because you know it's a vibe over here. You know, it is. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. You know, I wanna take you guys on my everyday outings, like, you know, around the city, like what I get into with my family. Like now that Haley's in school, or not in school, but she's away at college, like I have so much more free time to like live and explore and, you know, and say F Lupus, okay? I'm not gonna let it have me sit in bed all day or at home, because, you know, it does that. It makes you feel that way, you know? And I don't want, I just don't want to do that all the time, you know? Like I just did work, and I didn't really like, I didn't really like say experience life, because I worked and took care of Haley. Like that's it. This is the Pat McGrath blush in Sun Kissed Seduction. So I'm just like brushing it onto this brush and applying it to my cheekbones. All right, and I'm taking it up a little to like my brow bone area. Right. Yeah, so I just want this to be like that safe space where we could come together and discuss, you know, life, you know. And yeah, that pretty much is my plan. I think I want to make sure that I discussed everything with you guys. Yeah, and definitely I would love to hear like your stories, like if you've, excuse me, like whatever you've experienced in life with a chronic illness, like how are you dealing with it? What are you doing to improve your health? You know, like what should I do? Like give me ideas. Like, you know, besides me going a little to my forehead, besides me going to the gym and eating better, like going for walks and, you know, spending more time with family and friends for mental health and things of that sort, what else should I be doing? This is the Too Faced bronzer in chocolate caramel. Yeah, what should I do? What did you do to better your health when you had a flare? You know, what treatments are you taking to get into remission? Because, you know, we all want to get into remission. You know, that is the goal with all these meds that we're on. And there's so many side effects from these medications that we take. Like you take one for something and then it causes something else. Like it's a never ending cycle, you know, a never ending cycle. Like look at this. Right, look at my face. It's so snatched already. Right. So when I put my bronzer up, I always sweep it up, because I want to have that, right? Like look at this compared to this side. Like you could totally see that. Yeah, what are you, like I was saying, what are your experiences? What are your thoughts on like chemo treatment for lupus? Like, have you done it before? How did you deal with it? You know, what was your experience like? I really want to know. I want to hear from you guys. I wanted to have that whole discussion, that topic, on that topic with you. I need some mascara. So this is the YSL mascara in black, right? Just gonna put some of that on. I love this mascara. Like it. You see my lashes? It's popping, all right, compared to this one. Yeah, I have some lashes on. I had lash extensions, but they're falling out. Yeah. So I have like a lot of footage also that I want to upload that I haven't done because I've been procrastinating, and editing isn't like my favorite thing to do, honestly. But I do have all of that footage and I will share it with you guys. There's also footage from my stay at the hospital, that whole experience. I'm gonna upload that also, and I'll tag it. So there's a card right here. Click on that, and also in the description box I'm gonna add it there also, so you guys are able to see that. I think I vlogged part of it and also doing the chemo. I feel better. I do feel so much better. My energy level's better. With working out, I'm able to stretch because I'm so stiff, like extremely stiff, right? Lip liner. This is the Makeup Forever lip color. This is my favorite. When I mean favorite, and I tell you favorite shade, and this is called Universal Earth 708. I love this. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Trying to get this on. So what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, let's get this lip color on. I'm not going to add any lashes. I just want like a clean look. And I think the mascara did enough. I'll probably just add another coat of mascara to this. Yeah. No lashes today. Yeah. And let's do, this is the Christian Dior lip color in 300. Do I want to use this one? No, I don't want to use this. We're going to use the Fenty in Uncuffed. I like this one also. Just a little in the center. Yeah. This is like one of my go-to lip combos. Like, I don't like a brown lip on myself. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm more of a pinky nude than a brownie nude. Let that dry. Does anyone else have this issue? Like, when you put on your lip color, like right here, never gets any color. Like, I had to dry right here up and then come in with a little bit more color. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Right, so guys, this is the makeup look. This is like my go-to basic running out the door kind of look. I do my foundation, my mascara, a little contouring, and then I'm out the door. It's giving like a, you know, a clean girl makeup kind of vibe. Yeah, so definitely, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please do so. This is the Fenty lip gloss in Fussy Heat, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, the Gloss Bomb in Fussy Heat. Another one of my favorites. So, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe if you're interested in, you know, seeing what I get into. You know, if you want to be part of this journey, you know, because it's going to be a vibe over here. Definitely leave a comment so we could get this discussion, this convo going, so we're able to discuss this with each other. You know, we have that safe space where we feel comfortable as women or as people, because it's not just women who go through, who have chronic diseases or lupus. Yeah, let's have these discussions. Let's build this community, you know. Also, my hair hasn't grown back. This is a wig, a glueless one. Yeah, I still have those bald spots. Honestly, I don't know what the chemo has done to my hair yet. I don't know if it's affected it because of me wearing the wig and my hair is in like a protective style, as if I need hair protected, like it's braided under. But yeah, so please subscribe, like this video, share it with anyone who has a chronic illness, and if they're interested in, you know, becoming a part of our little family here. And I love you guys. For those of you who have been on here with me for years and were sending messages and asking me for updates and what I'm up to and how am I feeling, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next upload. I love you. Bye.